Welcome into Friendlyfire. It's me, Omar from Queens, and today I'm on the hot seat, and I hope they don't kick me out, okay?
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's episode 2 of season 2 of Friendlyfire. Y'all remember last week we had the homie Brew. Great episode. If y'all haven't watched that, go on and watch it. But this week we feel like we following up real strong. Y'all know, like I told y'all, we had to get a stacked lineup in here. We had to do it big. And this week we got the homie Omar. Omar from Queens. What's good, my bro?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good? I'm doing all right, bro. I like to do a little bit of a sort of a, you know, laying the foundation, right, at the beginning of the interview. And that comprises of 2 things. Number 1 is a little bit of a wellness check-in. So how are you doing? How are you feeling? You know, I feel like just to take it back to kind of like day 1, y'all know we like to do wellness check-ins here. We feel like it's very important, you know, make sure everybody's in good health overall, physical, emotional, mental. So just, you know, want to check in with you, bro. How you feeling? What's up?
I'm actually... Normally I would be like, I'm all right, you know, we good, but tired but motivated, so we got to keep going through that fatigue. But I'm doing well. I appreciate that.
Nah, for sure. Yeah. I feel like it's authentic, right? I'm tired too, to be honest.
You got to be with this
but
show,
you got to
man.
keep pushing, you know what I mean? So I definitely feel you there, and I appreciate that. Glad to hear overall, though, you know what I'm saying, doing well. And then number 2, just a little bit, I like to get this out the way early. I feel like it's important, is what I call your elevator pitch. 30 seconds to a minute, get the people where they can find you, whatever shout out you want to do, whoever you are, whatever that means to you. This your time to shine, bro. It's all you.
Got it. I'm Omar from Queens. Mainly I'm on Twitter, being a hot mess. You can catch me on Twitch as well, Omar from Queens, being a hot mess. Just whatever you find, if it's good, I made it up. If it's not so good, it's not my fault. I'm telling you that right now. Just simple and plain. But Omar from Queens on all platforms, mainly Twitch and Twitter.
There you go. I love it. So y'all already know, as always, the links will be down below in the description, so you ain't got to go far to find them, but please go follow the homie. I promise you will not regret it. Genuinely, one of the funniest people, one of the funniest communities on Twitch. So we'll get into that, but yes, definitely worth the follow, y'all, I promise. You started the content journey in 2018. You and I spoke about this a little bit, and you was roughing it out, you know what I mean? A little PS4, you was doing what you could. You was making it through. And you know, I know sort of you've made strides, right, into sort of, you know, PC, right, equipment, making sure that you've refined sort of the product a little bit, if you will.
Yeah.
I think my question dials back more so to sort of the origin, right? When you started it, did you have sort of a certain vision, expectation, goals that you wanted to set for yourself? And has that evolved over time as you gain traction, right, following? Do you feel like you've sort of looked at content creation in a different way, or do you feel like you still look at it the same?
It definitely has changed and evolved. I know when I first started, because prior to like Twitch, I was still Omar from Queens, but I had my podcast. It was a show I tried to put together. It's my first like content creation per se. Yeah, if you know, you could find it if you want to find it. But I went from the podcast and then I just tried Twitch because honestly, I saw people on Twitch doing what I thought was nonsense, and I was like, y'all getting money. I want in. Like, right. Okay, got it. So then I didn't really watch any Twitch at all. I just saw on the PS4 app, they have like, you know, there's a Twitch, you can just broadcast on Twitch. I was like, oh, let me just push the button and just do something.
Yeah.
And then I found out where I was uploading to. I was like, I need a camera for this. You know, nothing wild, just the small things here and there. I got a little camera for the PS4, I had the headset, and I would just talk to the whoever. First of all, it was nobody for like a month, but I was talking to myself, but I don't mind. That's me. For the month, you know, chatting away, got some viewers over time, and then like, you know, for some reason or another, people are just generous, or maybe I'm good at what I do, whatever it may be. People started giving money, and I'm like, oh boy, this is a lot. You're giving your time already, and now you're giving money. I have to make sure that I'm better than what's competing with me. So that's other, you know, streamers, people on YouTube, Netflix, TV. You can watch them, but you're watching me and giving me money. I just make sure that I'm up to par, because you can just say like, why am I doing this? I'm wasting your time essentially. So I want to make sure that what I do is worth your time and money if you're giving that, if you have it to give. Yeah, definitely. I think you hit on something that I've been thinking about a lot, right? Which is, as a content creator, right? We sort of think of this in a bucket of, okay, I'm only competing with other people, right?
but you're realistically competing with all forms of media. That includes streaming services, that includes cable television, that includes, you know what I'm saying, like all of these things, because like you said, time spent on that is either time taken away from you, or time spent on you is time that could be spent on that, right? So like you said, you have to refine your product and consider, how can I be better than a Netflix show? How can I be better than the basketball game on TV? You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff is in that realm, you know what I mean, of that like kind of media entertainment. So I think that's something that took me a little bit of time to realize, right? Which was, not only do I have to look at sort of other content creators, right? Other people who are streaming, other people who are putting content on YouTube. I got to think about everything in this spectrum. Because like literally, like you said, people are choosing to come to this place to spend their time here, watch me, right? Interact with me. So how do I transcend those other forms of media outlets? So I think it's a great way to look at it. And you know, for anybody out there who's a streamer, I think it's a really important sort of point to think about, right? Is when you're analyzing yourself, when you're analyzing your stream or whatever it is that you're trying to do in content creation, measure yourself against everything, you know what I mean, in that field, like even the ones that you don't think are direct competitors. Yeah,
at least if you want to kind of step above, if you don't mind where you are, you know,
right.
wherever you may be, if you don't mind, go on ahead, have a great time.
Exactly.
If you are going to complain about, man, you know, I'm here, but I need to be here, who's up here, and see who you have to kind of compete with and go from there.
Yeah. If you see it and there's multi-million-dollar budgets that you got to compete with, you got to do it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Realistically, Netflix costs X amount of dollars a month.
Right.
You sub to me on Twitch, it's like $5. You could do Netflix whenever you want. Why would you pay me $5 a month on Twitch when you can just get way more professional work?
Yes.
And you know, it is different, I understand, but realistically, I have to make sure that what I'm doing is above, you know,
definitely
what's out there already.
Definitely. And I think, you know, specifically with your community, one of my favorite things is the engagement, right? The interactivity. I think, you know, you obviously run the trivia, which we'll get into, the show, right? You know, the community is very sort of, the community is very engaging amongst themselves as well. You come in and you feel welcome. You know what I mean? You feel like everybody in there knows each other. It's familiar, you know, it's family, right? Yes. And that's how, like, you know, the Jigglefam, that's how I try and make it feel. So I feel like I really appreciate that about you know, your community, and I think that's one of your main differentiators, at least from an outside perspective, that I think does set you apart from those other forms of content.
Now that you said Jigglefam, I kind of want to get into this jiggle. Are y'all like jigglers? Like what?
We are very
jiggly.
Yeah,
jiggly.
We're jiggly. We like to jiggle. You know what I mean?
I'm interested.
That could mean a lot of different things.
I want in.
Like I say, you know, the Jigglefam cookout, it's like a New York barbecue, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you come through, you might be, you could be the cousin, you could be an auntie or uncle, you know what I'm saying? But you come through, you grab yourself a little plate and you hang out. That's really it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why not? Find a card table, get a little crazy.
That's it, you know, run some spades maybe, some dominoes, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. So I definitely feel you though, like on kind of like the way that you analyze the content and yourself. I really respect that, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
Nah, definitely. So I think you know, this is funny to me, because I think names say a lot, right? What your name is. And Omar from Queens, it's simple, but to me it's so dope. Like there's something about it. Omar from Queens, it got a ring to it. It got and actually look, side note, I didn't even tell you this. The first time I saw you, your name was in Amethyst stream.
Oh boy.
In Kim's stream, right? So I'm like, Omar from Queens, ooh, that's a dope ass name. You gotta be from New York, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just this identity behind it. And that's what I mean about the name. Like it tells something, right? I think off rip, you know what I'm saying? At the start. So to me, you obviously wear this sort of New York on your sleeve, right? It's part of your identity.
Yeah, it's kind of all I know.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And like my question for you is, you know, like how does that play into who you are as a content creator, and also like how you've kind of developed your stream and just like, you know, as a person, as an entertainer?
I know for myself, at first, like I said, I was Omar from Queens before Twitch.
Right.
I came into Twitch, you know, just like doing God knows what, playing video games, you know, just doing this and doing that on PS4. And as it kind of evolved, I met more people. Right. And I get different perspectives, you know, from different people from like, you know, little less Florida or even California, out of the country. And then they ask me things like, you know, do you know about this? And I'm like, we don't have that in New York. I don't know what that is. People from down south talking about down south things, and I'm like, I
Right.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
We
What
got
is
that
that?
over here.
Yeah. So then they also get my perspective, seeing that like somebody from New York, because not only me from Queens, obviously, it's other people from Queens that probably are just like myself who don't know anything about the outside world. We're in our own bubble like they are. And that's how we kind of become a little more close knit. Them sharing like, you know, maybe where their parents are from. Like, I might meet people from, let's say, this country. And I learn about their food, their TV shows, their humor, their music, and I kind of move forward and we meet more people and vice versa. You know, that's really at least how it kind of shapes the stream a bit. I do bring a little bit. I mean, I don't really know. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. It's just I just do. You know, you just like I just am from Queens. You know, it's not like a super big deal, but it's just also like that. You know,
no, definitely.
Just Queens. You know, New York is cool, so that's that. But that's the main thing.
Cool. It is cool.
Yeah, but it's nothing really that I'm like, oh, we're gonna come and I'm gonna bring like a Run DMC track and I'm gonna teach you guys about hip hop. No, we're not doing all that. I'm just the most I would do I could think of that's like. I guess New York specific is just I'm always trying to roast somebody. So you know public school, high
New Yorkers are good at that. I'll tell you that much. It's merciless out here.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know if people not from New York can survive in New York. I'm gonna be honest with you. At least childhood and growing up, y'all was getting your ass cut. I'm telling you right now, like no clothing, question. Like it was bad, bro. Like if you didn't have $1 for like chips at lunch, you was getting called broke. Your moms would like she didn't have a job. It was nuts out there. I'm telling you right now.
If your white sneakers had a footstep on it, you was dirty. You was broke, dusty. That was it. Nope. You had to make sure it was clean to the T, perfect to the T. Bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's bad out there. It's bad.
This is children. It's children.
It's definitely like you said. I think I love that, right? And I think your community does that too. Your community be kind of ass, I'm telling you right now.
they try to get to me. They try it. Right? I see y'all. They try it, but you know, it don't work. You're not good enough. I'm the best one.
That's it. Tell them, bro. So, on top of the kind of the not necessarily New York, but who you are as an entertainer, right? Kind of moving forward with that. Do you feel that you have any New York-based inspirations? They can be streamers, they can be entertainers, comedic. Like I said, you know, your stream's one of the funniest that I've been to. I feel like you have a very sort of distinct comedic identity. And I love that, right? I love that about you. Do you feel like you have any New York-based inspirations? And even if not, do you feel like you have anyone that you look to and you kind of like have maybe modeled yourself after, maybe like, you know, kind of learned from, even outside of the New York spectrum?
No. I'm actually going to ask you. I have a New York-based influence. And you know who they are, I would assume. And if you don't worry. You cut that part out. It will make them look bad. But I want you to guess who you think. It's a comedic. Okay. I can't say anything else. It's a comedic thing that I like. That I kind of I'm influenced by.
Who is it? I don't know.
Bodegaboys, this is Samaro.
Oh, Bodegaboys?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I had the podcast to start. I used to watch them or listen to them on the podcast.
Bro. Legends.
And I'm like, these are two New York people just doing lunchroom conversations. I could do this. So I had the podcast first, and then like I don't like editing. I'm lazy, so the live work on Twitch is what I'm. Yeah, I'm just live on Twitch doing the fun stuff because I don't want to edit anything in post. So I watch them, listen to them so much, see what they do, and I'm like, oh, this is. I've been doing this. This is what I still do. So then, you know, here we are on Twitch now, and you know, really it's just me doing the lunchroom conversation or maybe a barbershop conversation, wherever like this conversation right here.
Yes.
We're talking, just being silly, you know, want to do fun stuff.
Right.
You know, add a little twist to it here and there for those who may not know about the New York specific references. So we're dancing around on the stream, playing silly music. Just having a good time.
Nah, definitely. Now that you mention it, you can see the synergies, right? And like, I mean, look, if you gonna model yourself after somebody, I'm just saying, these and Merle are fucking legends, bro. Those are New York legends, you know? And like you said, it's just too, it's like, I kind of feel like this way about Side Talk too, right? Like, it's just, you know, New Yorkers chopping it up, honestly. And that's really, that's the product, you know what I'm saying? But there's a market for that. There's a community around that, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's dope, bro. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that.
I appreciate them so much. Just seeing that they can do what they did or do still, and I'm like, wait, you guys have an audience like this? You can do this. Oh, I can do this. I'm going to do this now.
Definitely.
So then we move forward here.
you obviously are part of the Andromeda team, on the Andromeda Arcade team. And I'm just like, for me, right, I'm OT Jiggy, but I'm sort of independent, right? I don't have any affiliation or anything like that, at least not yet. Talk to me about, like, not even necessarily the process, but, like, for me, I think of it in two kind of points, right? Number one is what goes into that decision, right? So, like, what goes into the decision of Omar saying, you know what, Andromeda, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? Are there benefits to that? Do you feel like your community has grown? Do you feel like, there's sort of, like, something distinct that comes with that signing, right? And then, yeah, just like the process of how you made the decision to join up on that team.
Well, first of all, don't sign. It's a 360 deal. You're not going
to... Oh, shit.
No.
That's crazy.
So...
We leaving that in there, by the way.
Perfect. But, Amethyst hit me up. Like, I was getting close to her and, like, the crew of people that she works with in general on Twitch. And, you know, I'm like, I'm just doing my own thing, making jokes. You know, I'm like roasting them, like, oh, you know, the freaks doing their freaky nonsense. I'm wholesome, that kind of situation. And then she asked me to be in the team because she asked people. She invites people. Yeah, you can't. This is that official, people. It's that official. She asked you, special invite only. Right. She asked me to be on the team, and I was like, well, I don't. I mean, like, you know, at first I'm like, what am I gonna, like, not get from this, but, like, do you need me? Do I need you?
Yes,
is it just to do it just because? And then I started to just realize, I was like, you know what, actually, why wouldn't I be in this team? Because I'm already meshing with everybody on the team.
Yeah.
And a big part of what I've been doing before I even met them was I'm only live, let's say 3 hours a night, 3 nights a week, for example. When I'm not live, I need my people who are not watching me to still be entertained if they're free from work, or if, you know, they're like on a lunch break. So I'd have other streamers who I still know and still talk to a lot. You know, they're live, so I'm making sure that, you know, if I'm not live, you can go catch OT Jiggy live at his time.
Oh, that's what's up.
Because I'm not on right now, but you can still have some fun. You're not gonna stay bored until I come back. No, you can have some fun. So OT Jiggy's on, and I found that people who watch me are also watching Amethyst, Joe, everybody on their team. And it's just like, you know, it plays into it on top of what they do with their charity work. Just the team, I'll give her credit. Amethyst knows how to put together a team. It's actually kind of weird because I can't do that, and I'm like, I'm the best at everything, so how come she can do this when I can't do this yet? But yeah, the team is just a really cohesive team. Everybody is really friendly with each other. It's just a good atmosphere overall.
Nah, that's cool. Actually, I feel like when you think about orgs, teams, right, and someone you think about thought process around oneself, right? So you're thinking, how can this benefit Omar, right? Not you, but I'm saying this is how, like, I feel like most people think about it, right? How can this benefit me? What is the outcome for me? And you said you thought of it from your community. Like, how do I keep them entertained beyond just my streams, right, when I'm offline? I've never heard anybody say that before. I want to sign somewhere thinking about my community, right? And the people that I'm going to surround myself with, other entertainers, other streamers, and how that community is going to receive that. And I think that's like, yeah, you kind of got me with that one, bro. I'm not, you fucked me up a little bit. That's what's up.
It's entertainment, and I'm like, I only have but so much manpower. I can't be live 12 hours a day. I got 3 hours of fun, and then I gotta go. And if you still want to have some more fun, because, you know, you might have gotten to work on my last hour, you still have more juice in your tank. You're up all night. You can go watch whoever's still live that we know that we all will be in their chat anyways. Or even if nobody's live, you're just on social media, you'll see people who I know that also stream that you can follow. You can watch, read their tweets, watch their TikToks. You're still entertained because you might have that bad day at work, or you're just bored. You can still have fun. You should still have fun. Yeah,
I love that, bro. I love that. I really do. And so, let's talk about the community, right? Because you got this Caught in 4K, right? You got the Caught in 4K playlist, and you run this about, I would say, 3 times a week, Caught in 4K?
No, it's once a week.
It's once a week.
Thursday nights for now,
Thursday nights. All right, Caught in 4K, Thursday nights, once a week. Y'all got to catch this shit. I'm telling you right now, y'all have to tune into Caught in 4K. And it's like, I'm going to let you pitch it, but what I would say is, I feel like it's this comedic, hilarious, also beautiful way of organizing a community beyond just yours, right? Like the whole Andromeda team, you exposing people, like it's clipping it up, you know what I'm saying? It's dope, it's hilarious, I love it. And I just want to know, like, how did you come up with that idea?
I just remember, now I have bad memory, so someone's probably going to be in the comments like, no, it was my idea, or it was this person's idea. I have no idea. I remember I was getting close to my friend TKO. She's also on Twitch. You'll see her on Andromeda Arcade, the whole nine.
Okay. Yeah.
We were getting close to her. It was me and some other friends, and like we stream at night time. She streams in the morning time. So when she's streaming in the morning time, she play our clips in the morning time when she's like launching a roast us. Like you see last night what Omar was doing. Look at these maniacs, and then at nighttime we're playing her in the morning time. Like you seen TK this morning doing this upside down,
bugging out.
Like what was going nuts basically. Right. So then it went from that to like throwing in like TK. Then we throw in like, oh, you live a question in the chat right now. You want to chat with too much LOLs. No, is this you? And we put their clip on. And after a while, I started just ending up with like from like 5 clips to like 10 clips of different people. Yeah. And it just became where it just grew to like what it is now. I don't know what exactly it turned into, caught in 4K. But that's like the meme. Everybody's like, you got caught in 4K.
Yeah.
And
you even got the graphic and everything on the stream. It's hilarious. It is hilarious.
That, Just
it's great. It's great.
It's a good time. So yeah, I'll go. It's weekly, every week. Whoever is on Twitch that week, I go through your clips. If I see something silly that somebody clipped, I just say, you know what, that's wild. We all need to see this. Make sure you guys know that so and so was on Twitch this on Tuesday, sucking an egg. That's like, what are you doing?
Sucking an egg.
Something out of control. Like, what's that? Where'd you get an egg from? Like, you can suck.
Yeah. Damn, that's that. Nah, it's funny. It's a really, really funny piece of content. I love it. I think it's the comedic value is great. The community kind of aspect of it is great.
And what goes back to the initial point where it's just like, I'm not live, in the morning time, for example, but so and so who's sucking the egg is live. Go check them out. You guys like this watch them anyways. Go watch them do whatever they usually do. Our main guy Joe after work is always on there doing God knows what. So
I love it, yo. I love it. And then, you know what? I'm gonna ask you one more question. This one's unplanned, but I think just out of really personal interest, you reference yourself as an entertainer, right? I think that's a lot different than what a lot of people consider themselves who stream on Twitch. Some people would say they're streamers, some people would say they're gamers. You consider yourself an entertainer. I like that. Do you have certain kind of goals and expectations, but more so, do you want to move in a certain direction as an entertainer? It could be in gaming, it could be in streaming, or in another kind of area. I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, as an entertainer, the plan was, and kind of still is, like radio. I have no idea how I do that. I just like the idea of talking on radio. It sounds like I like yapping in my mouth. And just like seeing anybody like that does whatever they do, they kind of like transcend what they start at. So for example, this is the Mero. They started with their podcast. They have a TV show. They're calling boxing matches. They're doing everything, whatever they feel like doing, because they're just known as the entertainers. I kind of like that idea where it's kind of like, you know what? Yeah, let's call on Omar to do, we have this thing. Call on Omar to come do this, because we want to make this a little comedic and have some fun with it. But per se, Twitch isn't like the last stop at all for me. It's just kind of like the stepping stone for now. Have some fun here, get some friends together, laugh it up, and then if we like this other thing, we all do this other thing together and have some fun with that, make some new friends.
Got it. Nah, I love it. I think there's a lot of outlets in entertainment that you can go through, right? And I've seen that, like you mentioned, with a lot of entertainers, a lot of streamers, gamers, sort of not only sticking on that specific platform, right? Some do, right? Some make it big, but some, maybe you get a host gig, maybe you get like a deal, like you said, or with a show or radio or something like that.
You see Steve Harvey everywhere. I want to do what Steve Harvey's doing. Steve Harvey's doing everything. Whatever he's doing, Ryan Seacrest, whatever he's doing, I'm doing that. You call me for the New Year's Eve.
There you go.
Call me for this. Call me for the tree lighting. Call me for anything.
Call him for anything.
Yeah, I'm free.
He's here. He's ready. He's available. He's free. You know what I'm saying? Just give my boy a call. And I really appreciate the interview, bro. Always love to get an audience a little bit of insight, right, into what you got going on, who you are. And I think we've definitely done that. Omar's dope, y'all, I promise you. I don't think I've said this before, so y'all know I'm serious. I think this guy has the most hilarious stream I've ever been in, bro. Every single time it's crazy, whether it's the caught in 4K or just this guy doing some cat-made, I don't know, nonsense.
Andromeda Arcade, they keep making me do these things, man. The contract. Don't sign it, guys. Don't sign it.
It's the contract. Andromeda Arcade taking an L out here. Nah, I'm playing. But yo, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, bro. It was a lot of fun. And y'all know what time it is now, don't y'all? It's time to put this guy right here in the hot seat. So we'll be right back shortly. All right, y'all. So if y'all don't know, you know, we from New York, right? So, you know, New York City, music, you know, the Empire State, right? The music, the rappers, the Jay-Z's of the world, the Biggies, right? The Omar from Queens of the world. My boy, if y'all don't know, my boy has dropped some fire freestyles on his channel.
That's not chocolate, that's doodle butter, baby. I spread it on your chest and I squirt it on your...
I mean, these are legendary, you know what I'm saying? In the booth, in the cypher, you know? So I thought, what better way than for you to have to drop an exclusive freestyle for the Friendlyfire set? For a little Friendlyfire freestyle, you know what I mean? And the way we do it, y'all know, is a minute challenge. So here's what we're gonna do, okay? You got 60 seconds to give me the bars, all right? Straight bars.
Straight bars.
We're gonna give you some words. Boom, we're gonna throw some out, let you flow with it. We're gonna throw another one out, you're gonna have to pick it, that's it. You know what I'm saying? We taking it back to like Rap City. You remember what I'm talking about? Big T, you know?
That's the problem.
Freestyle Friday, we got you.
That's the problem, man. I don't know if we could do this, but we're gonna try.
All right, so y'all see, look, this is the microphone right here. We don't even need to plug it into anything. That's how much he's gonna come out the set.
Too?
Yeah, nah, you here. So we gonna get you set up and then we'll be right back, all right?
Got
All
you.
right, let's do it.
New York, don't ever come on OT Jiggy show.
Yeah, we gotta go with savage challenges now.
Oh, it's gonna be. Y'all might get demonetized with my freestyle.
We about his whole freestyle about to be beep.
Yup.
Fire.
Oh boy. OT Jiggy and Carl, they got me spitting hot fire. I don't desire to stay here for no more. I'm trying to find the door. Twitch. I'm on Twitch acting like jigglers, and I'm sucking on your egg. And I take.
Okay, we got another one. Ready?
Okay, here we go.
Queens.
Omar from Queens. I take out my.
Hey.
Why they got me in this 1 minute challenge? Here we go.
Thotty.
Yo, man, I'm in Brooklyn with OT Jiggy. And these studies, this fire's real high. Twitch with you. And I'm stuck in on the back of the. I don't know what I'm. But it sound good, don't it?
Knicks.
Oh, damn, you a Knicks fan? That's all I got to say. Cause guess what? You got nothing. My time is up, I'm out. I'm hitting the door. I ain't coming here no more.
Yeah, listen! That's called motherfucking bars! You know nothing about that!
Hey, he kind of killed it. I'm not gonna hold you. My boy was kind of dropping, but I saw the vision.
You seen the vision.
I saw the vision.
You
You feel me?
So
You feel me?
I keep it to comedy because we can't do this rap thing. All right.
Yo, thank you so much, bro. You a great sport. I appreciate you, dog. Y'all already know it's a wrap for episode 2 of Friendlyfire with the boy Omar from Queens. Killed it, you know, poet, rapper, comedian. I mean, he's multi-talented. And with that being said, y'all, we out of here. We'll see you next time. Peace.